Quarks. What are quarks? Quarks are the elementary particles which are the building blocks of nature. Now, there are six types of quarks that make up the universe. But there are only two types of quarks that are important for us now that create the proton and the electron. These two types are called the up quark and the down quark. Now, we know that quarks exist because we have done multiple experiments at particle accelerators and particle colliders in which we accelerated an electron and bombarded it into a proton. Scientists saw that this bombardment caused an explosion of tiny sparks and a lot of energy was released in this explosion. Now, these sparks that immediately vanished into the atmosphere are classified as quarks, and this process tells us that quarks have a very short lifetime. Scientists have classified their lifetime as 10 to the power minus 23 seconds, and the proton's lifetime is 10 to the power positive 26 years. That's a huge difference. Now, the problem is that how can something unstable create something so stable? For this, we have introduced a concept which is called the superfluid quantum space, which is basically the energy of the ether which is around us. It is four-dimensional and we cannot interact with it, but its vortexes are particles which we have classified. Now, these vortexes can be tiny and very big. The tiny ones are known as electron neutrinos or electrons, and the others are protons and so on. But the only two particles which have a stable lifetime are proton and electron, and they are the two elementary particles. The other particles have a short lifetime. Now, using the previous concept, we can apply it into the this experiment, and what happens is that proton and electron both are vortexes of energy, and when these vortexes collide with each other, they create an explosion of multiple sparks and a lot of energy is released. Now, these sparks of energy that are created during the explosion turn immediately back into the superfluid quantum space. Now we can visualize this concept as looking at two flintstones. When we collide those two flintstones, we see that sparks are created, which immediately turn back into the atmosphere or the environment. So the similar concept is applied here. Now, the good thing about this theory is that this theory has no weaknesses, and this answers the question that how can something unstable create something so much stable? Now, using this hypothesis, we can postulate that the other particles that have a short lifespan, like muons and taus, are also man-made created, and which also include the Higgs field. The Higgs field is also artificially created, that are created in these high energy collisions at particle accelerators or cosmic rays, and have no physical existence in this universe. There are only two particles that are stable, are naturally created, and have physical existence in this universe. Those are the electron and the proton.